I now welcome the manager of the Best Village program, Ms. Louris Lee-Sing, as well as a physical education and sports officer at the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, Mr. Ronson Hackshaw. Ladies and gentlemen, is with us via Zoom. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, thank you guys very much for joining me this morning as we speak about the Sports Community Program 2023 as a part of the Prime Minister's Best Village competition, Best Village program. Let's start with you, Ms. Lee-Sing. Historically speaking, the value of this particular competition, how is it promoting healthy community development? Is it just about competition as well as entertainment, or does it go beyond that?
Well, at Best Village, all of our programs are aimed at integrating our society. Best Village has done a lot to expose our culture to each other so we can appreciate and admire it. And we're doing the same thing in this collaboration with sport. We have different communities from all over this island coming together to play games together. It might sound light, but it's not light because you have people from, everywhere, every walk of life, every social class, interacting and having good camaraderie and good relationship. And I think that goes a long way.
So essentially, it's an opportunity for all of Trinidad and Tobago to come together. So we see more of a united TNT.
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it.
Mr. Hackshaw, bring you now into the conversation. Through this particular program, now with the inclusion of sport, would this promote healthier, more positive energies?
Yes, of course. Sport in daily life is very important for persons in Trinidad and Tobago. Physical activity is very important. It's good for well-being for persons involved in sport. And with these community sport festivals, we have the opportunity for those persons who are inactive for a very long time to get involved and participate in friendly competition and participate in the sport they love.
Oh, the sport they love, boy. This sounds like a lot of fun, and a lot is being achieved while doing so. But Mr. Hackshaw, beyond just that, how could we use sport as a tool for actually positive influence upon the youth here in Trinidad and Tobago, especially with focus of all that is taking place, which is not necessarily positive, the opportunity to utilize sports as a positive influence here in Trinidad and Tobago. Could you speak about that, please?
Yes, sport these days is a major tool in distracting a lot of the youths to get active, have some sort of positive set a positive goal in terms of participating in football, in cricket, in basketball. Relieve that tension, that energy, and put it somewhere where they can profit or be beneficial for them in the long run to represent Trinidad and Tobago, represent the region, make their families proud, change their lives in terms of the social interactions they have in their community. Be an icon within their community in terms of participating in sport, to be acknowledged and represent Trinidad and Tobago one day.
Actually, that's a very good point, because representing Trinidad and Tobago is one way that I think many a times when we see TNT come together, it's for sporting competitions in particular, you see a lot of camaraderie taking place there. Ms. Lee-Sing, the participation of programs such as the Prime Minister's Best Village competition, this sports community program, what has the participation been like across TNT?
Well, we have a lot of interest. A lot of people are registering online. We have our Best Village officers talking to their different groups to see if they do want to participate. And so far, we've been met with a lot of positives. We had a great turnout at Mandela Park last Saturday for the St. George West preliminaries, and we're looking forward to a good turnout from St. Patrick East and West at Irwin Park this Saturday.
I'm repping for St. George. I'm repping for St. George. But you know what is quite interesting is that people might think that there is no correlation between sports, between a competition such as the Best Village competition and community development. Because as we started this conversation, is it all about just entertainment and competition? And thus far, you all have done a pretty good job at actually, that myth, just throwing it out the window. But in particular, at-risk populations, avenues for safety, is this just one that is being channeled, allowing at-risk populations to find a sense of safety and security?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if persons who might be considered at risk and so come out and participate in the games, that's wonderful. I don't know if we're necessarily focused on at-risk people, but I'll tell you this. I've never been to a concentration class. I've never been to a conflict management class when I was in school. But if it's anything helps you with conflict management skills, it's playing sports. Nobody have time for you to argue on the pitch. We resolve conflicts quickly, we move on quickly. I think that's an important lesson, as well as playing sport, the focus, the concentration you have to block your opponent, to get to the top of the racing, all of those things. And then you're also using your body, something that too few of us are in touch with. So I think that Best Village and sports are covering all bases with this competition.
And you mentioned something earlier as well, which clicked in my head, and that is the opportunity for people of various backgrounds, because you're allowing different communities to come together. This promotes diversity and inclusion, because it will allow for people throughout Trinidad and Tobago of different backgrounds to come together. There is greater harmony. We've used the term camaraderie many a times, but even families with different racial backgrounds, individuals coming together, it allows for a connection for a common goal. Would you say that?
Absolutely. As my colleague here would testify, he being much more into the sport than myself, sport brings people together. Anytime Trinidad and Tobago qualifies for anything, it's not just the people who play the sport, it's the whole country comes together. So it's a strong and powerful force. And, we're happy to be a part of this collaboration.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Hackshaw, it certainly brings us together, but if you support any other football team other than Manchester United, I think we're probably going to have some stiff competition here. But,
okay.
but Mr. Hackshaw, in particular, I know we focused a lot on community development, but it goes beyond this. It also promotes a healthy environment physically as well. Most recently, we're speaking about most nations in the 21st century are suffering from an epidemic of obesity, diabetes, etc. This inclusion of physical education is one way that we're taking steps to counteract such epidemic and create a healthier population now and for years to come. Would you say that's the case?
Yes, that's correct. If you look at the government's policy in terms of the ministry's policy, where we look at total participation in sport for all. So it doesn't matter your background, your activity level. Everybody's included in this program or this community sport program. Whether it be you're a stay-at-home mom, you're working 2 jobs, you don't have time to come out and do any physical activity. These programs are for you to come out, be healthy, look at your well-being, participate, come out with your community, encourage your children, your friends, your family members to be active. And this goes a long way in terms of the well-being of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago in participating in these sorts of activities.
Mm-hmm. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, I can say that the genesis of our conversation this morning is that this initiative and all aspects of it creates a healthy environment overall for Trinidad and Tobago and for its people. Ms. Lee-Sing, if you can just tell us precisely when this is taking place, and I know you mentioned the different districts and areas coming together. Where is this taking place and when is it taking place?
Well, we're at different places over the next couple months. Throughout June, on the 10th, we'll be at Irwin Park in Sipario for St. Patrick East and West. On the 24th of June, we're going to be at, I can't remember, but it's Victoria East and West. And then in, where is it, Ronson?
Princestown, I believe.
Yes, Princestown for Victoria East and West. And then in July, we have 3 other competitions going on around the country. And then we have a big final in August at the Hazley Crawford Stadium.
Oh, wonderful. How does one register to be a part of this program?
Well, you can reach out to the Best Village unit or the Sport unit at the Ministry of Community Development, the Ministry of Sport, and Community Development. And, let us know that you're interested. You can reach out to the Best Village officers. We have offices all over the country. You can find the offices and the contacts on our ministry website. And the flyers are in circulation on our social media as well. So you just have to follow us and, you can find out where everything is happening. Give us a call, send us an email, send us a WhatsApp and jump in.
And what about prizes? Because everybody in Trinidad and Tobago wants to know mostly about prizes. What can I win if I'm successful as part of this competition?
Well, the final winners do receive some cash prizes. We have trophies. We have small items that for persons who are participating in the novelty games and the athletics. So it's a lot of fun. The March Pass is a big part of the competition, especially for Best Village, the Dance Pass. That's going to be a lot of fun, and there's a good prize for that as well.
Mr. Hackshaw, as we conclude this conversation, and thank you both for joining me this morning and highlighting this. As the Physical Education and Sports Officer, just if there was one thing you'd like to say to all of Trinidad and Tobago to encourage them to come out and be a part of this, what would you say?
I would say come out. The ministry has a lot of programs going on in the sport department. We have the Pink Rain campaign. We have the SHAPE program. The community sport festivals are under the SHAPE program. I used to be collaborating with Best Village for this community sport festival. I want persons to come out, participate in all the programs the ministry is having, and benefit from the knowledge and the education being taught so that you can carry on this information to your friends and your family members and benefit as a person from Trinidad and Tobago with the various amount of programs the Ministry of Sport and Community Development has to offer.
Well, Ms. Lee-Sing, Mr. Hackshaw, I'll tell you what, following August final, I think we need to have another conversation to dissect the competition and analyze it even further. But for now, this is where we're going to have to end it. Thank you very much for sharing the information with us this morning, particularly on how those can register and what they can look forward to for the work done at the ministry and for both you, lady and gentlemen, for the work that you're doing for promoting community development. Thank you very much to you and to your team.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, and thanks for helping us spread the word.
Certainly. Well, have a great day, and cheers to the competition ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.